Up next, supermarkets to sell rapid COVID testing kits, a man arrested over a major train crash, and the Wolves to take on an A-League heavyweight.
Across the Illawarra, South Coast and Southern Highlands, this is Win News.
Tonight, rapid antigen test kits in your shopping trolley as early as next week. A frightening crash on a quiet road triggers a frantic rescue. And protesters storm the streets in the wake of a net zero target. Good evening, I'm Bruce Roberts. Also tonight, why popular play centres usually buzzing with kids have been left empty and forgotten. From Monday, we'll be able to pick up a rapid antigen test at the supermarket with kits to land on shelves in just days. The game changer backed by business and the community, attempting to operate in a new normal post-lockdown.
Snaking lines and long waits in the car. How we've experienced COVID testing until now. SAMARA GARDNER, Win News.
And COVID vaccine booster shots will roll out early next month, pending final advisory group approval. The TGA's ticked off third Pfizer doses 6 months on from a person's second jab to bolster immunity. That's due to start November 8, with preliminary ATAGI advice affording aged and disability care workers a booster even sooner.
We also are working with other companies such as Moderna on potential boosters. Moderna have also indicated that they have assembled data on younger age groups.
And in the US, the FDA has recommended the use of vaccines for kids aged 5 to 11. And there's good news locally, with just 15 new cases across the Illawarra Shoalhaven till 8 p.m. yesterday. 5 are in Wollongong, 2 each in Shellharbour and Kiama, but Shoalhaven's recorded another 6. It was all clear for the far south coast, Eurobodalla and Bega. Meanwhile, the outbreak at IRT's Tarrawanna Aged Care Home has stabilised. No new infections were identified in the latest testing. A 47-year-old Berkeley man has been arrested following an investigation into last week's train crash at Kembla Grange. Detectives caught the man in Dapto at 1:30 this afternoon. It comes a week after a city-bound train smashed into an allegedly stolen van parked on the railway tracks, sending the front carriage flying and injuring 4 people. The man's been taken to Lake Illawarra Police Station, where he's expected to be charged. Illawarra climate action protesters have voiced their disapproval of Scott Morrison's 2050 net zero emissions target. They say the plan fails to do enough, but the PM has defended the technology-based goal.
A small but loud crowd on Flagstaff Hill making their thoughts on Australia's new net zero plan clear. Sam Mills, Win News.
A frightening head-on crash at Barradoo has left 2 people fighting for life and another in a serious condition. An SUV was sent flying while a second vehicle was crushed on impact.
A clump of crushed metal, barely resembling a hatchback.
And after the break on Win News this Wednesday, when will play centres reopen for families? And the Ruby Princess probe hits a snag. Port Kembla public students who are back to homeschooling today, just 2 days after returning to the classroom. It was closed for a deep clean after a member of the community tested COVID positive. New South Wales Education says its COVID plans are already proving effective, with smaller numbers of students and staff being identified as close contacts. Also on the region's exposure site list is the Hang Dog Climbing Gym at Coniston. Anyone who attended the venue between noon and 2:45 last Saturday is considered a casual contact. Anyone who visited the site should get tested and isolate if they develop symptoms. Parents, children and operators are behind the push to get play centres across the state reopened. They're among a handful of businesses forced to remain closed despite the easing of restrictions, with little explanation and when it might end.
No work and no play. Play centres across the state remain empty, barred from reopening.
Time for sport with Amy Duggan, and an Illawarra Hawks icon has caught time.
He has on his playing days, Bruce, that's right, bringing down the curtain on a 23-year career. And the Wollongong Wolves preparing to renew their rivalry with the biggest club in Australia.
This report brought to you by United Building Products, your renovation DIY and trade specialists.
The Wollongong Wolves will get the ultimate tune-up for next week's FFA Cup round of 32 tie with Mount Druitt when Luke Wilkshire's new-look squad hosts A-League heavyweight Sydney FC in a friendly at Albert Butler Oval on Saturday afternoon.
5 years after their famous FFA Cup tie at Wynn Stadium, the Wolves are preparing to renew their rivalry with...
The pride of Kembla Grange, Think It Over, has been given a boost as it chases a fourth win of the Sydney Spring Carnival. The Kerry Parker trained as 6-year-old drawing Barrier 3 for Saturday's $750,000 Rose Hill Gold Cup as it goes head-to-head with highly rated French import Gold Trip. Parker also has tampering in the inaugural Four Pillars race. Of the other Kembla hopes, Teresa Bateup has Divine Breath. Rob and Luke Price will take a two-pronged attack into the $700,000 feature for provincial horses, boasting Verbeck and Cobestar. That is it for sport.
Lovely, Amy. Thank you very much for that. Let's talk weather now with Chris Polzot. And Chris, another gorgeous day. We're talking the high 20s and even 30 by Friday.
We are, Bruce, but then temperatures will take a tumble as a cold front sweeps in. I'll have the details in a moment.
This report brought to you by Southern Classic Cars, Wollongong and Albion Park. We are still open. Call or visit the website today.
Welcome back. The mercury continues to rise through the week, but we'll see a bit of cloud building up again after tomorrow. Now, tonight's weather photo is from Hans, and Hans snapped this water spout that just popped up off the coast there of North Beach. It's a great shot there, Hans. Thank you very much. If you've taken a weather photo and you'd like to see it on our screen, you can send it in to us. The address is weather@wintv.com.au. Let's check some of the details now. Mostly warm sunshine today around Bowral and Mossvale. We did see winds kicking up to about 35 kilometres per hour this morning. Bit breezy for Albion Park at times as well today. Ulladulla kicked things off on 12 degrees before topping out on 21. Let's go further south on the map. Mostly sunny by the afternoon. A few patches of fog about very early this morning at Bateman's Bay, 22 degrees, the max. Same there for Maria Heads. Down at Bega, 23 degrees, the top. Moving on to the charts. We saw warm conditions today as a ridge of high pressure moves over the Tasman Sea and a cold front approaches from the west. Now, this front is expected to bring unsettled conditions to most districts as it slowly crosses the state tomorrow and Friday. Moving on to the waters, a mostly sunny day tomorrow before a chance of showers and thunderstorms by the evening. Let's have a look at the forecast for the Illawarra and the Southern Highlands. Warm and mostly sunny again tomorrow, just a slight chance of catching a shower. For Picton, 32 degrees, 27 will be the max there for Goulburn at Nowra, a start of 12. 31 the top. On the south coast, partly cloudy skies. Also, just a slight chance of a shower and thunderstorm in the evening at Narooma, 27 degrees. Now for Wollongong tomorrow, looking mostly sunny and 27. Let's have a look at our days ahead now. Friday will be partly cloudy. We do have a medium chance of showers and thunderstorms, and winds will be moderate at times. Saturday is looking similar. The wet weather most likely in the late afternoon, and then on Sunday, just a light shower possible for parts of the region. But that's all for our weather tonight, Bruce.
Thank you very much for that, Chris, and thanks for your company this Wednesday, October 27. That is how we saw your news. Of course, for the latest information on coronavirus from a government source, please make sure you head to health.gov.au. You can even book in your vaccination if you've not done so. Thanks again. We'll see you tomorrow at 5:30.
This has been a Win News presentation. Win News, Regional Australia's #1 news source.